Today, on October 29, 2025, as you hear these words, 3I Atlas, the most anomalous interstellar object ever detected, is passing behind the Sun at perihelion. We cannot see it. Telescopes on Earth are blind to what's occurring in that solar glare. The best images captured by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter on October 2 remain locked in government databases, unreleased due to bureaucratic paralysis. But in the next 7 days, something unprecedented is about to happen. Something that wasn't planned, something that could give us answers. Two spacecraft, Hera and Europa Clipper, are about to fly directly through the tail of 3 Atlas. Not close flybys, not distant observations. Direct passage through ionized material streaming from an interstellar visitor. And if Europa Clipper's instruments capture what they're designed to detect, we'll achieve something humanity has never done before. Directly sample the environment of an object that originated beyond our solar system. This is not a drill. This is not a future mission. This is happening right now. The encounter window opened on October 25th. Europa Clipper's optimal passage occurs between October 30th and November 6th. We are inside the window. The countdown is active. And in the next few days we're going to get data that could confirm or demolish everything we think we know about 3 Atlas, because 3 Atlas is not behaving like a normal comet. It has never behaved like a normal comet. And what's happening right now as it rounds the Sun, with 2 spacecraft accidentally positioned to sample its wake, might finally give us proof of what it actually is. This is the story of an unplanned encounter with the unknown. This is the story of what happens when cosmic timing aligns. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Let's start with what we know for certain. 3 Atlas was discovered in July 2024 by the Atlas Survey Telescope in Hawaii. Within hours, astronomers confirmed it came from interstellar space, only the third such object ever detected after Oumuamua and Borisov. It was expected to continue along its trajectory just like normal. Effectively, A. It's some sort of space rock or interstellar comet of unusual properties. B. It could perform an Orth maneuver, meaning it could change its trajectory using the gravitational slingshot of the Sun. If it put on a really big reverse thrust sequence, it could redirect to Earth. They classified it as a comet. Case closed. Move along. Except Avi Loeb, former chair of Harvard's astronomy department, looked at the preliminary data and immediately recognized something was wrong. The object was too massive, at least 5 kilometers in diameter, 33 billion tons in mass. We should not have detected something this large in just a decade of surveying. The statistical probability was less than 1 in 10,000. Its trajectory was aligned with the planetary plane to within 5 degrees, a 1 in 500 chance. And it was traveling in retrograde, the ideal configuration for a probe releasing smaller craft to multiple worlds. Over the following months, every observation made it stranger. Hubble captured images in July showing a forward-facing jet pointed at the Sun, something comets cannot physically do. Spectroscopy in September revealed it was shedding pure nickel with almost no iron, matching industrial alloys but not natural compositions. Trajectory analysis showed zero non-gravitational acceleration despite losing mass, suggesting it was far more solid and massive than any comet should be. And 2 weeks ago, Loeb published the most disturbing correlation yet. 3I Atlas approached from within 9 degrees of the WOW signal source, the famous 1977 radio transmission that remains unexplained. The probability of that alignment? 0.6%. The scientific establishment responded with attacks. They called Loeb an attention seeker. They accused him of sensationalism. They insisted 3I Atlas was just an unusual comet, nothing more. But they couldn't explain the anomalies. They couldn't explain the nickel. They couldn't explain the trajectory. They just kept repeating, "Trust us, it's a comet. Stop asking questions." And then October arrived and everything accelerated. On October 2, 26 days ago, 3I Atlas passed within 30 million kilometers of Mars, the closest planetary approach on its entire trajectory. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, equipped with a high-rise camera, captured images with 30 kilometers resolution, 3 times better than anything achievable from Earth. Those images would show the true structure of the object. They would reveal if the forward jet was real. They would confirm or deny the anomalies. The data was recorded. And then NASA went silent. On October 1st, the federal government entered shutdown. The high-rise images were classified as NASA news and frozen in bureaucratic limbo. Loeb tried to access them. No response. He contacted the principal investigator. Silence. He reached out through official channels. Denied. The best images of 3I Atlas remain locked in a database right now, unseen by the scientists who need them, hidden from the public that paid for them. And 3I Atlas continued its plunge toward the sun, carrying its secrets with it. October 28th, today, perihelion. The moment of closest approach, just 67 million kilometers from the solar surface. If 3I Atlas is a spacecraft, this is when it would execute gravitational assist maneuvers. If it has active systems, solar radiation at this intensity might trigger responses. If it's monitoring our sun, perihelion is the optimal data collection point. But we can't see it. Earth-based telescopes are blinded by solar glare. The object is behind the sun from our perspective, hidden in the one region of space we cannot observe. Whatever is happening right now at perihelion is invisible to us, except it's not invisible to everyone. Because, by extraordinary coincidence, two spacecraft are positioned to intercept something we cannot see from Earth, the tail of 3 Atlas. As 3 Atlas approached the sun over the past weeks, solar heating intensified. The object began releasing gas in larger quantities. That gas, ionized by solar radiation and pushed outward by the solar wind, formed a massive tail streaming millions of kilometers behind the object. Not the spectacular dust tail of a typical comet, but a faint iron tail composed of charged particles and water vapor. And completely by accident, two NASA and ESA missions are about to fly through it. Hera, the European Space Agency spacecraft en route to study the asteroid Didymos after the DART impact, is passing through the downwind region right now. Its encounter window opened October 25th and extends through November 1st. Hera doesn't carry plasma instruments, so its role is limited to positional data, helping refine the geometry of the tail structure. But Europa Clipper is a different story. Europa Clipper, NASA's flagship mission to Jupiter's icy moon, launched in October 2024 and is currently traversing the inner solar system on its way to the outer planets. It carries a full suite of instruments designed to study magnetic fields and plasma environments. A magnetometer, plasma detectors, particle analyzers, everything needed to characterize the ion environment around Europa. And those same instruments can detect the ions streaming from 3I Atlas. Europa Clipper's encounter window runs from October 30th through November 6th. Based on trajectory modeling using a tool called Tail Catcher, which incorporates solar wind speed and direction, Europa Clipper will pass approximately 8 million kilometers from the central axis of the tail, not close to the nucleus itself, but well within range to encounter dispersed ionized particles. This wasn't planned. Nobody designed this encounter. It's pure cosmic timing, but it represents something extraordinary, humanity's first opportunity to directly sample material from an interstellar object. Not telescope observations, not spectroscopy from millions of kilometers away, direct in situ measurements of particles that originated around another star. If this were any other interstellar visitor, this would be headline news, a rare scientific opportunity, a chance to analyze alien material firsthand. But this isn't any other visitor. This is 3I Atlas, the object with unexplained nickel emissions, the object with the impossible forward jet, the object aligned with the WOW signal, the object that Avi Loeb believes might not be a comet at all. And we're about to sample its tail. We're about to get direct measurements of its composition, its magnetic signature, its interaction with the solar wind. And those measurements might finally answer the question everyone is avoiding: is 3I Atlas natural or is it something else?